Hello, welcome to Scholarship Plug Korea. My name is Celia and I live in Korea. Today I'm going to talk about partial scholarships. I'm going to do a review on partial scholarships offered in Korea, and I'll give a brief introduction of who I am and how this channel came up to be here. So my name is Celia. Yes, in Korea, my name it sounds Celia, but in the world is Sheila. Yes, my name is Sheila, but it sounds Celia in Korea. So I came to Korea 10 years ago. I came to do my master's degree. So I was offered a partial scholarship by Keimyang University, and the scholarship was 100% tuition, but I was supposed to do Korean language training for 12 months and then pass Korean language level 3 for me to get admitted in graduate school. So I came and conquered. uh, it was not easy to study Korean, and that Korean language requirement was just like a hassle to me because I didn't know Korean at all, and I never dreamt of saying or even preparing to say I will go to Korea, let me study some Korean. I never did that. So it's something that I just learned from the time I landed in Korea. That's when I started learning Korean. So you can imagine how tough life was. I started learning Korean the moment I came here. Actually, my scholarship, it was not very clear that I would study in Korean. So it was like my courses will be in English. So I was like, okay, so no need for me to write Korean. But when I got to Korea, I realized that it was not like what I was seeing on the paper. It was like we were supposed to know Korean. We were supposed to study in study Korean first. Yes, they had indicated we will study Korean first, but to my expectations, I thought the first Korean years is just like Korean year is just not really much pressure, but it was too much pressure. Everyone trying to pass and all. So it was back then, 10 years ago. So I tried my best the first time to pass within 12 months, but I failed. But lucky enough, the scholarship organizers say to me, "You're so hardworking, we'll give you extra 6 months for you to master Korean and then you start your studies." So I did like that, and eventually I passed Korean. It was not easy, but I conquered. So uh, I don't know if anyone is going through what I went through, or if someone will join another institution and go through what I went through. But all I can say is don't give up too soon. Just keep on pushing. You can do it. So today I want to share with you, we have our Facebook group called Scholarship Plug Korea. It's a group, closed group. You know, the reason why I did closed group is with a closed group, you can monitor who is in, who is out, and you can help people like with great impact. You can feel like people are getting the help they need than having an open group where people just come and go. Some just come and post silly comments and they are not even helping the group to grow. So with a closed group, I think we are going to reach as many people like really helping people to get the information they require before they apply for the scholarships. So having experience in managing with the partial scholarships, I said, let me not let this experience go to waste. At least if I help other people to also uh, join Korean University on partial scholarships, it will be of great help. So I, even on my PhD degree, joined another institution again, but that time it was not a partial scholarship, it was fully funded scholarship through research. So I'm going to talk about what to expect. So please, if you're interested in knowing um, how to prepare or the other things that I may not share on YouTube, please join our Facebook page so that you can know what we really need to expect when we are talking about partial scholarships and also about fully funded scholarships. So our group name is Partial Scholarship Plug Korea. Let me put our link in the description so that you can follow us if you can. So I'm putting our link right here. So please follow our group if you are interested. I'll put timestamps later. And for now, I want to share from my blog some points that I wrote about partial scholarship. Mm, I'm checking for the link. I'm sharing in a minute. Okay, this is the link. It's on my blog. So let me copy the link again and put in the description. Okay, so this is the link to my blog. Okay, so let me try to open the page. So on this blog, let me see. I don't know why it opened a new tab, but anyway, let me see. I want it to be fully open or just like this. I think it's okay because anyone who wants to read can actually go and read. So I reviewed about the so partial scholarship offered in Korea. So this is the truth of things that I went through or my own analysis based on my personal experience. So the so-called scholarships, I termed them so-called because it's not really 100%. It's not really 100%. It's just partial. So you know something is partial, you just have to add up something to be fully, okay? So for it to be full. So and even this is my honest point. These are not the best scholarship options since they are partially funded. That's my honest review about partial scholarships. However, however, if you're someone who is good or coming from a background where your finances are very good, that's very good for you, and partial scholarship can just add up to your lifestyle as something that you don't struggle with because you already have the funds. But if you're someone like me, my background where I just needed an extra boost when it comes to finances, this wasn't the best. That's why I said it's not the best scholarship. So, yeah, my page went down. So that's why I even said in my review that if your family has to if your family, uh, I don't know why it's doing like that. If your family has to sell an asset to send you to study abroad, this scholarship type is not for you. Honestly, it's not for you because imagine the hassle of getting a plane ticket. Like today, was this yesterday? Because it's already Saturday. Yesterday, Friday, I came across a link where some student was looking for funds to buy his ticket to go and study in USA. I was like, this is a partial scholarship. In actual fact, if you can't have your own funding at your own, better not to do it, because the moment you're trying to ask for help from people, that's where everything becomes so complex for you, because throughout the studies you end up having other problems again and you need again a backup. So my greatest advice is for you to join a partial scholarship. Maybe if you are working for a good company, you can negotiate with them to support you with some funds throughout your study. That way everything will become much easier. Yes, that's what I think. Everything will become easier for you if you have backup funds from some institution, be it from work or maybe some organization just supporting you fully from the word go. The moment you get a partial scholarship, you just have to know you have to plan for air ticket. So if your family can't afford an air ticket, then you better find some organization, be it from church or some volunteers who will assist you before you even start doing GoFundMe. Because I know the stress of looking for sponsors is something that I've never tried, because I was like, okay, this is a burden already to me. What more to someone else? So thankfully for my case, my former university offered me a grant, so that's how I survived. If not of that, I think I couldn't even survive to come to study in Korea because it was so tough. So anyway, um, where is it? If your family has to sell an asset to send you to study, don't even bother. That's my honest review. Don't even bother, because you will forever need money. You will forever need money, especially in a developed country like Korea, where people, when it comes to a semester, you have to buy your own books. There's no recycling of notes like those books to use in class. It's almost like everyone wants to keep their books with them, and in some cases, the professor or whoever is conducting the class will just print the books and bring them to you and say, this semester we are using this book. And you can't even negotiate to say, I have the book from previous semester, because already maybe the book or the module has other parts removed. It's now updated to suit that semester. So it's not like our African modules where this professor, if he changes something in the module, you will only verbally change it, not like type in and change the module. So in the end, we can see that for maybe 4 consecutive years, with one professor, you can still use the same module, just maybe you may change few things when doing the class. So you will forever need money when you study in Korea. You forever need money for modules, for new books. Sometimes they can even say, go and buy this book. Everyone should have the book. And in class, everyone will be reading the book, like opening the book from page one to the last page. That's how some professors teach in Korea. So for you to be appearing there without a book, it would be like a kind of disgrace, or some kind of, you appear as if you're a lazy student while you don't even have the funds. And the other thing is, on a special scholarship, people tend to comfort each other to say, oh, you work in Korea, you work in Korea. The truth is, sometimes you can't really work in Korea at all. Like, you won't even have a chance to work. Not that you can't work because you don't have the skills. Sometimes it's a handy job, but they just need someone, not someone like you. You know what I mean? Maybe sometimes they just need someone of a different race, not you. So you end up having problems. Like, you end up having problems, big problems financially. So mm, let me just put on my status because I know people. I'm trying to share my link. Yeah. So you forever need money. You forever need backup. So it's unlike European scholarships where people say you can actually work, blah 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 blah. You can actually work, and even some people in Europe can even afford to buy assets, to do what while studying. But in Korea, that's very rare. You actually need backup funds. You actually need backup funds if you are studying in Korea. So I'm trying to share my link and then I'll continue. Yes, special scholarships, study in Korea. I'll put more hashtags later. Let me go back to my point. So I said you can't work, though some people illegally do so. Sometimes people may say you can work, you can actually work. Um, you can work in Korea. It's possible you can raise funds, but truth be told, some universities are situated in places where there are no industrial areas or any work activities. It's just university, and you, the next maybe 15-20 kilometers, that's when you will find a workplace, which makes it more complex. So, and even if you would go to that work and come back, it's illegal. So imagine being caught um, on, what is it called, on an illegal job. That's why I always say I advise people to come to Korea for master's degree. If the scholarship is partial and you don't have funds, don't come for undergraduate. At least if your master's degree, you can survive. 2 years is short compared to 4 years degree program. Most degree programs are 4 years. So 2 years is shorter. So it's better to come for a partial scholarship on your master's degree and PhD degree, because on master's and PhD degree, it becomes a very big advantage for you to take a partial scholarship because most researches are fully sponsored in Korea. So the government gives Korean professors some research funds. So in the end, you are not really um, struggling on a partial scholarship. You get allowance. You get allowance from your professor. You get allowance from sometimes if the package give you scholarship from the university, you get two funds. So maybe let's say the university give you around 150,000 to 350,000 or even 500, right? It's still partial as long the money is less than 1,000. The scholarship is still partial. So you need extra money to for it to get at least around 800, at least around 800, 900. That's when your living expenses will be met. So I'm trying to look for the link and see if I posted well. mm, I think I opened the wrong page. Okay, let me see. mm, wait. I'm trying to look for scholarship like Korea and see if the video is playing well. Yes, I think it's playing well. Okay, so let me go back to my point. So you forever need money, yeah, because the fully funded scholarships uh, give people around $1,000, around 900, eight. Okay, the minimum maybe around $800 to $1,200 or even 1,500 depending on the scholarship. So if a fully funded scholarship is giving people from 850 above, so it means you also on a partial scholarship, you should raise your funds to be somewhere around there for you to survive. So yeah, I've said it's not like Europe or America where you can work and sponsor your studies and family back home. So don't give your family an unnecessary headache to sponsor your studies in Korea. Yeah, this goes to undergraduate studies or those people who can't afford this kind of scholarship. It's even much better. It's much better to get a diploma in your country than to come and struggle financially for a Korean degree that you are not certain you will get it. Yeah, I've seen many people drop out. So sometimes it's even much better to do a diploma first in your country. And then when you get your diploma, when you come to Korea, you are now old enough. You are now mature. Yes, you are now mature to even balance your things when it comes to schoolwork or even getting a job and also even getting some allowances through the research. So yeah, it's always like that. It's always like that. So yeah. So in closing or in summary, the source called scholarship or the partial scholarships are for people who can afford to pay to and fro, air ticket, to pay living expenses monthly for the whole duration of study, approximately 700 to $1,000 per month, but the immigration set up some figures depending on cost of living in Korea. Yes, that was a disclaimer. And if you can afford to pay monthly health insurance, to top up tuition, it is discounted by university if you meet the criteria. Sometimes it can be good that you get full tuition, dormitory, and living. Sometimes it can be good, like the partial scholarship can be good that you get full tuition, dormitory, and little living allowance, which requires a backup. I was on such scholarship and it wasn't easy to survive on that small amount. And I reviewed that scholarship right there on that link. So one day I will come again and explain how I was surviving. Some Korean language proficiency. So the criteria for you to get partial scholarship, this is my review. You need Korean language proficiency by the, or you as a student, you need Korean language proficiency. You need to get level 3 or level 4 or level 5 or level 6 for you to qualify. But sometimes the higher the topic score, the higher the tuition waiver. For example, if you are in level 3, you get 40% discount, level 4, 50% discount, and level 5, you get 80% discount, and level 6, you get 100% discount if you are that good in Korean language. So where to find the scholarship, this kind of scholarship, you find it on university websites. You just click on international admission scholarships icon on any university site. If they offer any, you will definitely see this type of scholarship. You need a backup plan. That was my elaboration. Why am I feeling sleepy? I don't even have sleep. Don't you need a backup plan for this kind of scholarship? So, and it's also difficult to work and study to raise funds. And in most cases, it's prohibited to work on student visa, as I mentioned above. So, in closing, and even now in closing, this information might be helpful to someone. So please share the information to those interested in studying in Korea. The second part to scholarship review is still in the draft. I will publish as soon as possible. Why am I reading this anyway? Yeah, there's also a second part to the partial scholarships. So I will definitely do the reviews later. So I see there are 3 likes, so I'm sure some people were seeing my links. Um, what else do I want to say? Yeah, and then the scholarships. Normally, the scholarships, especially partial scholarships, the applications run around September, October. The deadlines are in between September, October, and November within the 3 months. So from now onwards, I'll try and share the scholarship links from different institutions and put them right here on this channel so that people can apply. So if you are interested in studying in Korea, please check out Scholarship Plug Korea on Facebook. There is some scholarships that I have already shared which have deadlines, like um, upcoming deadlines. So if you join in, you will see the tips of the things we discussed, and you can also start preparing for your scholarship. We are doing this, we are not funded by anyone. It's just like sharing is caring. So don't get discouraged. You don't pay anyone money. It's just free information, but we try to share some things in the group so that it's helpful to whoever needs the information. So just join our group. It's free. As long your profile is not a ghost account, you are free to join this group. It's for free. The information, everything is for free. So don't hesitate to join our Facebook group and you will definitely benefit. So when you join the group, please indicate your degree. When you join the group, please indicate your degree. I'm typing what you have to indicate: your degree program, your degree, um, and scholarship type. Do you want fully funded or partial scholarship? Yeah. So we need to know that, so that I have many colleagues on different scholarships at different institutions. So whenever I see an African, I ask them, "Well, how did you get your scholarship?" And then if they give me the information, then I write down and start researching on how to get the scholarship, and then I can share again with my other colleagues, like whoever is looking for the scholarship. So that's how I normally do about these kind of scholarships. So if you join the group, please specify. Let me do this so that I can pin as I am leaving. Specify your degree or the scholarship you require. Is it partial or fully funded? Please specify. Mm. Degree, like is it engineering or business, undergraduate or master? Yeah, or masters or PhD. So if you do like that, it's much easier for us to even search for more information regarding that scholarship. So as we speak, now there's a scholarship offered by KAIST. The due dates will be around October. It the scholarship opens up early September and then it closes end of October. So by the time the scholarship closes, this is another tip for all partial scholarships. You have to make sure all your documents are in order. Everything is already gone by before the deadline. Because if your documents are caught up out before you hand them in, if they are caught up by delays, they only consider the first applications which came in on time. So time is very important. So remember that when you are applying for a scholarship. And I guess that's all I have regarding partial scholarships. If I have other tips, I can come back and share with you. And yeah, so if you want to read more on the partial scholarships or other types of scholarships, you can just go to my blog. The link is in this video. So you can click the link and join and watch, or join our Facebook group or watch or read something. So anyway, it's me Shelia in Korea. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. And please subscribe and share and share and share. We want to reach as many students as we can so that people come and study in Korea. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.